Hi guys, so I'm Dinara. I'm a certified hypnotherapist helping business owners overcome procrastination and just live their life with it full of drive and full of passion for their business. And today I'm interviewing Anita, who was my client some time ago, and I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, Dinara. Thanks so much for the opportunity to come and share about my experience with you. My name is Anita. I'm an intuitive energy healer, and I'm also a health and wellbeing coach and mentor. I live in Australia, and I'm just fascinated by this experience that I had with you. So I'm really, really excited to be talking about it today, for sure.
Amazing. So, Anita, can you tell me a little bit why you came to me and what were your main points of frustration? What were your pains and problems, and like big why you needed to solve them?
The main reason I came to you was that I was procrastinating about doing some studying. There was a course that I was involved in, and I noticed that I was finding any reason I could not to go and sit down at the computer and actually do the classes. So I'd paid a lot of money for this course, and I thought I just need to get some help, and that was the main reason why I reached out to you. I also had my husband on the side saying, "You're spending too much money on this course and you're not doing it." So I was really mindful of that sort of pushing me forward as well. And that's the main reason why I reached out, because I just wanted to get to the bottom of why I really wanted to do this course, but I wasn't motivated to actually get in there and do the work.
Oh, yeah. So what was your final straw that made you sign up with myself and decide to have that session?
The final straw for me really was that because I had because I had invested so heavily to do this course, I had my husband really harassing me, and he was not happy with the money that I had spent. So that was the main pain point for me. Really, that's what I just thought. I need to do something. I have to get some sort of resolution here. And it's easy to spot issues with other people, but when it comes to yourself, it's a whole new ball game. So I just decided to reach out, and you were the person that I decided to reach out to, just so that I could alleviate whatever this wall or block that I was experiencing, so that I could just get over the top and start to momentum and doing the studying.
Yeah, that's great. So can you explain a little bit your describe your experience with me, the therapy, the aftercare, and everything.
Well, it's not like anything I have ever done before. I have experienced hypnotherapy. I've experienced many healing modalities. As I said, I'm an energy healer myself, and I've been involved in healing for many years. And it just blew me away how, without you directing me, but you were guiding me in a sense through this process, and it really helped me to discover periods of time where I had picked up beliefs about myself. And just the process you took me through, it was really easy to follow. It was really easy to understand. And we didn't know each other, yet I felt so comfortable and safe going through this process with you, which was a big thing for me. Um, and yeah, it just really sort of blew me away how I got to the bottom of why these issues had been caused in my life, like what contributed to them. And it was a really great process. And then you did the session for me at the end and recorded it, that I got to take home. And so every night I'm hopping into bed, I'm listening to your voice, and it just kept, I guess, it was just supporting the whole session that I had with you, and how amazing and how powerful it was, and really taught me a lot about the power of words as well, like the way you speak to yourself and what you're saying to yourself and what you're creating for yourself. So it was quite amazing. After I had the session, I noticed that I started actually setting myself up differently to do the study, which was part of what you had given me in the recording. So I was approaching it differently. Um, And then probably about a week or two after, I noticed there was something else that was showing up and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And because you were keeping in close contact with me, you know, you would send me a message and say, how you going? How you going? And then one day I said, oh, there's something else coming up. And it was great. And you said, okay, we had a little chat about it. And then you said, we can clear that. Let's book another session. And we did. And that was such a short one as well. But that just hit it on the head. It was like, boom, it's gone. And for that second session, it was really all about not feeling smart enough. And I was just amazed at how quickly it left, how quickly it just vanished. It wasn't a factor anymore of whether I sat down and studied or whether I didn't. Because as I was studying, I'd notice it was like this ugly thing in the corner going, oh, you can't do that, you're not smart enough, you're not good enough, and so on and so on. But I also realised through the session I had with you that was my mum's voice telling me that I wasn't good enough, that I couldn't do it. So that was it was a pretty amazing process, and I felt really looked after through the whole session. The aftercare was amazing. You kept checking in with me, and yeah, I would highly come back and highly recommend you as a therapist. I thought you were awesome. I thought you were just fantastic with what you did. I mean, you should be paying me to say all this, I think, but you're not paying me. But truly, that's what it was like for me. I don't necessarily, I'm not going to say something was great if it wasn't great. If it was only good, I'll say, yeah, it was really good. And it was phenomenal. It really was. It was an amazing session for me. So I was blown away by what we uncovered and the process to release it, and how easily I was able to release it and let it go. And then it shows up when I do my study now. It's just like boom, boom, boom. Even we're learning some new information at the moment, my husband and I, for this system that we're looking to put on our property. And when I looked at it a few years ago, it was just like, no way, that's too hard, that's too much information. And now I listen to what I tell myself when I listen to the training videos, and I think, wow, that's what Dinara invested in me. That's what she installed in me, this new operating system that says, yeah, go for it, you can do it. You know, it's just information. So I'm very grateful for the session that you gave me. It was awesome. Thank you.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing result as well. That was straight away. It was straight away for you, wasn't it? That the shift.
Yeah, especially the second shift that I had when you did the second session. That was immediate. That was phenomenal. That was just like bang, it's gone. There was no aftercare as far as caring for that situation. It was just wiped and removed and gone, and it just doesn't show up anymore. I haven't had any experiences anywhere where I haven't felt smart enough. It's been the absolute opposite, and that's the thing. Like with the work that I do, I'm very much about, I want to understand why things happened. And I found that that was involved in the process you took me through. You helped me to understand why something happened. So therefore it was easier for me to release it and let it go. And especially with the second session that you did, yeah, it was just like, it's like you just cut the cord and said, oh, we're done, moving on. And it was just gone. It was amazing. So yeah, very quick and easy process.
That's great. So, like the next question, I wanted to ask you, what was your, how you felt before the session and after session? But I think you kind of almost answered that, unless you want to add anything else.
Well, I had no idea what the session would involve, so I had no expectations. I just turned up and said, oh, well, I'll give it a go. And what came up was a little, as you took me back to certain experiences that I had when I was younger, I was a little confused as to why I was exploring those particular moments. But then all of a sudden, it was just like the lights were turned on and it was like, wow, there it is. So I kept having these, those experiences that you have that you feel like you've just been hit over the head with a brick and it's like, whoa, what just happened? That's what it was like for me in the session and after the session. I'm like, you just know something big happened. You can't really explain what it was, but something shifted and changed, and it was very noticeable afterwards. So yeah.
By the way, guys, there's no hitting with no bricks and there are no injuries during that session.
No bricks. I didn't hurt at all. It was actually the opposite. So yeah. Oh dear.
And do you have like any word of advice to anyone who would like, who are thinking booking with me?
Oh yeah, just do it. What have you got to lose? You got everything to lose and everything to gain. So I would highly recommend it. It was an amazing experience. It was, I wouldn't say fun. It's not like yeehaw fun sort of fun, but it was fun to go through that exploring of your own energy and seeing how you had let these things become attached to you, and then how simple when you're in this state to actually release it. It was really cool. So I would highly recommend anybody giving you a call, booking in, and having a session. And yeah, life's too short to live with problems. So get on the phone and get rid of them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. I think when the pain is unbearable, that's when people think, oh, I need to do something about it. Before they just like plodding along with like half pain, half there, half there. And to be fair, it's, we've got our life to lose if we don't fix our problems, is it?
Yeah, well,
So,
look, none of us are getting any younger, are we? So if not now, when?
yeah. And this,
Let's do it.
your realization about like not good enough, not smart enough, it's like, how would that relate? But it does relate a lot, because then you think, well, if I'm not smart enough, then what's the point? Like, what's the
Mm.
point? And then it affects the whole of the drive, doesn't it?
It really does. It makes a huge difference. It stops. I was noticing how there were things that I wouldn't even look at. There were things that I wouldn't even give a moment's notice to, because that fear was in the back of my mind that I wasn't smart enough. And like I said, this system that we're looking to implement, when my husband, he laughs at me, he said, when I first showed that to you, he goes, you didn't want to know about it. He goes, and now look at you, you can't get enough of it. And we laugh. And it's true, that's how much that fear's gone, that it's just like chalk and cheese. It's so different. It's fantastic.
Amazing. So, what's next for you? So, 6 months into the future from now.
Well, 6 months into the future, like I said, we're making a huge shift for us at the moment, which will transform into a business that I never expected to be involved in. So watch this space. But I'd actually like to come back and have some more sessions, to be fair. Because it was so easy to get the results that I got, I'd be really interested in exploring some other ideas that I'd like to get rid of along the way. So that's what I'd like to do, and just keep developing myself so that I can keep helping more people. So yeah, it's all about helping more people get up, give them a hand up, give them a leg up, and we all just want to be our best every day, don't we?
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, just one final question. Do you remember when we had your session? Was it like it was a
I
good few
can't hear
months
you.
ago.
I can't hear anything you're saying.
Oh, do you remember when was, yeah, do you remember when was it that we had your session? It was a good few months ago, wasn't it? Like 6 months ago or something?
Oh, it would even be longer than that. It would have been after maybe around September last year. Yeah, September, October last year. So it's been a while, and it's funny how you're trying to look back and see what the problem was, and the problems, it's like it's vanished. I can't even connect to it anymore. I can't even see it. I can't experience it or feel it. It's like a dream that I can't remember. Um, so yeah, it's been a good while now for sure, and it's stuck. It's absolutely stuck. It's gone. So it's good.
Amazing. Permanently removed. That's what we want.
Yes, absolutely, and so easy too. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you very much for the interview today. And I will catch up with you later.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Cheers. And guys, if you want to book with me, there's a link to my Calendly link, and you can book a session straight there. And the first free strategy call is for free. So thank you guys for listening and for watching. Bye.